Felipe here again here with Dania. We're going to continue with the knee shield. Today is going to be the last position that I'm going to show from the knee shield, and then we're going to move to deep half. Sorry guys. Nice to see everyone. It's all ready. Moving the head sideways. Up and down. Circling the head, everyone. Both sides. On. The other arm. And hips. Both sides of arm. All right, people. Ground on the floor, abrasion, sometimes inside, and hip scaping. Sometimes inside of arm. Rotating to one side, extending the hip, going to the turtle, coming back to the opposite side, hips up, going to position, sometimes inside of one. Pushing the hip forward, so if I'm turning to the left foot on the floor, dragging the hip forward until I turn to the right foot on the floor, hip all the way forward until I switch sides, one side, and the other side. Okay guys, sometimes inside. And here everyone, rolling sideways over the shoulder. One side, make sure you keep your feet as close as possible to the floor. And back, 5 times inside everyone. Pay attention to roll over the shoulder, okay, everyone, not over the head. Pay attention not to disconnect hips and shoulders. I want to be tight, so I can have a fluid motion. Okay, 5 times each side, back and forth, and we're gonna move to the part of the drills. Let's go. All right, people, repeating the drills that we've been doing recently. I'm gonna start in Dania's half guard with the underhook that she wants, but I'm gonna have the control. First, Dania wants to get the underhook, so she's gonna pinch her legs to trap my leg, feet on the floor. She's gonna push her knees to the side, and I'm going to pull so I don't lose my position. But now I gave up the underhook, and Dania is going to use the space to get hers. Okay, I'm going to push the head, get my elbow in, and get my underhook. Now, Dania is doing the same thing, but she's going to sweep. She's going to trap my arm, do the same motion, end up on top, and I'm going to do the same. Okay, so from here, I need the underhook, knees close together, hip up, I push my knees to the side, she posts, I end up getting the underhook and work. I'm going to let Dania get her underhook back so I can do the same motion, but this time trapping the arm and the up on top, getting the sweep. Okay? As I said, we've been working with this for a while. I showed this position the last Monday with more details. So if you guys missed anything, check the old videos and you're going to find everything you need to do this position. 2 minutes on one side, then you guys switch, 2 minutes on the other side. Okay, let's move forward, people. Alright, everyone, the other position that we also saw, okay guys, is Dania has already everything she needs to sweep, so she has the underhook, she has my leg trap, and I'm gonna push her back by elevating my leg. So what Dania is going to do, she's going to switch her feet, dragging my ankle all the way towards her butt. You guys can see that I already lose a little bit of my balance. Now Dania's gonna control the top leg. She's gonna push her hip forward, taking me down, ending up on top. And I'm gonna be here. She's gonna be on side control. I'm gonna get the underhook and I'm going to do the same. She's gonna lift the leg to prevent me from coming up. So I'm gonna use my heel that is close to the ankle to trap her leg close to my butt. I make a grip on her pants or cup her knee, foot on the floor, hip forward. We push it out, end up on top, and we're gonna be switching positions like this. Okay, we've been doing this for the past 3 classes, I guess, guys. So check the old videos out if you missed the explanation for this exercise. I showed this position also, I guess, like not the last Friday, but the Friday before. You guys can see those details as well. So just repeating this so we can get more used to this position. 2 minutes on one side, switching positions between you, then you guys do 2 minutes on the other side. Now let's go to the positions, everyone. Okay, everyone. So last position I'm gonna show here from the knee shield. I'm gonna use the fact that I'm controlling here my opponent's leg, and I'm gonna go for some leg locks here. Okay, so this guy is gonna work gi or no gi. I just wanna make just an observation. First position that I'm going to do from here is gonna be a knee bar. And you guys know that I allow knee bars in training, but especially people thinking about competitions and stuff, especially if we're talking about IBJJF, this is only allowed for brown belts. So just keep that in mind when you're practicing this, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna be here just like we've been working in the past classes here with the knee shield. So my shin across the chest, elbows close to the knee, we're gonna be here. And this arm that is on the floor, I'm gonna bring here under her leg, and I'm just going to hold here behind her leg. I'm just going to bring my arm around until I can see my hand and I can have this control. So some people like to rotate the leg around like this. I'm not a big fan. What I like to do in reality, people, is when I'm here, I like to push my opponent a little bit. I like to retrieve my leg and push it through, okay, until we can have this control. So now that I get to this position right here, we're gonna have two situations happen. If Daniel stays like this, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna pinch my knees together because I wanna have a good control. And this hand that I have free, I'm gonna grab her foot, okay? Now what I'm going to do, I'm gonna pull her foot towards my head, okay, until I can see it. And now I'm gonna start rotating my entire body until I end up on the other side. Turn around here, please, Lucas. All right, so until I end up in this position. Now that I'm here, guys, pretty standard knee bar. I wanna have my knees together, my feet behind her back so she cannot attack. And one thing that I like to talk about knee bars, people, is that I like to keep my head close to my opponent's toes so I can finish the knee bar. Because if I don't do this, then I can start turning her leg and I'm gonna miss the knee bar, okay? If I keep my head close to her toes, try to move the legs to the side, her foot is trapped, she cannot move the leg. I'm just gonna hold her ankle. I'm gonna start extending my body, so shoulders back, hip forward, until we can get the submission, okay? So one more time, I'm starting here with the knee shield. I'm gonna bring my hand that is close to the floor, around her leg, and I'm going to cup her leg. I'm going to keep my opponent away from me with my hand on her shoulder. I'm gonna push my leg through from here. I grab her foot, okay? I'm gonna open her foot towards my head, and as I have her foot in front of my face, I'm just gonna start rotating hips and shoulders until I end up in the knee bar position. Now, knees together, hug her foot, my head close to her toes so she cannot turn. I'm gonna bring just like an armbar, but this time on the leg, okay guys? So shoulders back, hip forward, and I get the submission. In a regular speed, people, I would get the control, push the leg forward, rotate all the way, already finishing here with a submission. But of course, guys, try to get first the steps correctly. Once you're okay with this, then you guys can start speeding up a little bit and connecting those steps faster. This is important, guys. Doing something fast is not missing steps, okay? We're not cutting steps. We're just putting those steps together real fast. All right? Let's see another variation from this, people. Okay, well, I'm going to do pretty much the same, okay? I'm going to have the control of the shoulder. I'm gonna grab her leg, push the leg through. When I go for the knee bar, a lot of the people, they drop and they extend the leg. And then I did this because right now, going for the knee bar is gonna be really complicated, okay? Because now you guys can see that the knee is pointing to the ceiling. And for me to get a knee bar, her knee has to be pointing to the hip, okay? So from here, guys, even if I try to move, then it's gonna keep moving her leg, and I'm gonna have a hard time getting this knee bar. I'm gonna have to change my angle. So instead of going for the knee bar right now, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna keep her leg trapped, so I'm gonna keep my knees pinched. I'm gonna bring myself up, and I'm gonna switch to an ankle lock. So I'm gonna bring myself up, I'm gonna bring my forearm under her Achilles heel, and I'm gonna bring her toes under my armpit. From here, I'm just going to, sorry Daniel, I'm gonna have the control. I'm going to do slowly here, so Daniel's not mad at me. Okay, so I'm going to keep the control here, people. I'm gonna drop my shoulder on the floor, and I'm going to start extending my body until I can look all the way to the other side and I can get the submission. All right? I'm gonna do this nogi, guys, so you guys can see it, and just partially strip. Nobody wants to see that. Okay. So, I'm gonna start here with the knee shield. I'm gonna go for the leg. Once I bring my leg through, then it sits, preventing this knee bar from happening. So from here, I'm gonna keep my knees pinched so she cannot free the leg. I bring myself up, and I'm gonna bring here my forearm under her Achilles heel with her toes behind under my armpit. So from here, people, head and shoulder on the floor. I'm going to extend my hip, shoulders back until you can look to the other side, and I get the ankle lock. If you guys want to go belly down, it's also okay. Just go belly down, and you can also get this position. All right? The ankle lock, everyone, that's legal for every belt. Sorry, okay? From white to black, any competitions, you guys can get the ankle lock, just a knee bar that you have to be careful with because it's not allowed in IBJJF tournaments, most tournaments actually. So just be careful with those. But of course, guys, in training, I think it's pretty useful that you're already aware of those positions, so accidents doesn't happen. Okay, let's train a little bit, people. Okay, everyone. So last time we're gonna be working with the knee shield. From next class, we're gonna be working with the deep half. Okay, just 3 minutes, one of you on the bottom, trying to get a sweep or a submission for that matter, and the other person on top trying to get a pass. Okay, so if any of you reaches the goal, your person on top, the person on top passes, or the person on the bottom gets a submission or the sweep. Just starting over from the same position, you guys can switch sides. It's always good to train both sides. Okay, and we're just gonna be working from there. 3 minutes, one of you on the bottom, the other one on top. Pay attention, everyone. Of course, getting the sweep and submission is cool, but your main goal from here is to not let your opponent pass, okay? So don't stay so relaxed, don't stay so far away. Try to stay here active, arms and legs working together so you can have a strong position, okay? Commitment is the most important thing for every guard, all right? Then you guys can add as many rows as you want, right? 3 rows. Also starting with the knee shield is gonna be good for you guys to get used to that. The more you train, the better you get, all right? See you guys tomorrow, take care, see you soon.